Well, hello. I said this video earlier and I said good morning because it was morning. But for some reason I put the microphone device into the phone the wrong way and it was muted. And so you didn't get to hear me. Whatever. Story of my life. I put the perfect shirt on today. So this is take 2. And you know, I think I was pretty intelligent on that first video. So let's see if I can remember what I said. Hopefully I can do it again. But we do have birthdays today. Today is Jordan Russell's 26th birthday. He's Tracy Jordan's son. I'm thinking he's 26. I'm thinking. But anyway, it's Jordan's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jordan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And it's also Star Norris's birthday. Star has been with my channel forever. She started off on Denise's channel, which was just Let's Get Fit. Denise started the channel, I think, in 2015. And Star was one of the first 5 subscribers that Denise got. And then when I started my channel, Star came over with me. So Star, thank you for being such a faithful subscriber. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Star. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you both have a great birthday. I can't believe that I did that with the microphone. It's like there's a little device that you put in the end of the phone and then you turn the microphone on and you put the little clip on. I don't have it in the house because you don't seem to have a problem hearing me in the house. It seems like you have a problem hearing me outside or in my car. But I know I turned the microphone on and I clipped it on and I put the little device in the end of the phone. But I think that if you put it the wrong way, I think I put it in upside down or something. I don't know. But I'm glad that when I was editing, I turned the volume up because you would have just heard this. With no closed captioning, because there's no closed captioning when you don't have any volume. I tried playing with the volume and that. So Joan over at Joan's Point and Plate, she did a shopping haul to show us all the dresses she bought, and she had to do it in 2 takes because, well, hers was she thought she turned her camera on and she really turned it off. I thought I turned my microphone on, but actually I turned my sound off. So we're quite a pair there, the 2 of us. So didn't do much today. I cleaned my house, and the boys came. Danny came with the boys, and so they're in the pool with Kylie. So let me show you a little clip. Well, look who surprised me with the visit. It was very cute because Sebastian said, you know, Grandma, when I was here last week, when I wore my goggles, I couldn't see anything under the water. And now the water's so clear. You're like a miracle worker. It's like, oh, I worked really hard, really hard to keep that pool, get that pool back and grab hold of it before it got away from me. Denise's pool turned green on hers, so she's really fighting to get it back. It's hard enough trying to keep it from getting green, but once it gets green, you're in a whole mess of trouble. Anybody that has a pool knows that. I find that the reason it was a little cloudy was my filter needed to be backwashed, which I don't know how to do that. That's Jim's department. So Jim did that. He backwashed it, and that made a difference. And then I just kind of clobbered it with all these different chemicals and shock treatments and things like that. Things I had, so I didn't have to go out and spend any money. It's just used the chemicals that I had and just adjusted my levels. And I got it back. I'm so happy I got it back. And then I was watching the news tonight, and as we're speaking right now, the area where I am going to my cottage, a tornado is there. So I'm hoping that the cottage that we're renting doesn't get destroyed it's right in the path. It's like right smack in the dab, and hopefully it's in the eye of the storm, but it's like, I'm curious to see. I'm hoping I don't get a call tomorrow from the landlord telling us that there was damage to the cottage and that we can't go, because I'm just so looking forward to going. And then Jimmy came over. Well, actually, he came over Sunday because a tornado did hit by Jimmy's house, and he lost power, so he came over here to borrow our generator. And then on Sunday, we filmed a tag video that we pre-recorded for next Tuesday, so it's going to go up next Tuesday for a Tuesday tag. And then today we pre-recorded a just a Jamming with Jimmy video that's going to go up next Wednesday. So even though I'm going to be on vacation, I've already edited them, and they're ready to be released on Tuesday and Wednesday. So you'll definitely have a video on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm hoping that I can film. I'm hoping to film every day, like some quick little short videos. I'm not going to concentrate too much on like really long videos because I'm going to be enjoying myself on my vacation. But I want you to come along with me if you can. And I know that if we do go into town, I can go by the library and sit outside and use their internet to upload. I think that Jimmy was talking about in one of the videos, I don't know if it was for this week or next week, that you can get a hotspot. I think I have a hotspot on my phone, so I don't know, but we'll see. When I was there looking at the cottage, I could get a signal by the water, but I don't know if that was a fluke or, because it was a really clear day that day. But we won't know until Friday or Saturday. So I probably won't do a meeting highlights next week. I'll do one this week. I definitely won't do a weigh-in next week because I'm going to go on vacation. But if you need to see a meeting highlights, Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate does one on Wednesdays, and Dish with D does one on Saturdays. So you can always go over to their two channels and check it out and see what's going on with that. I probably will weigh myself. I might just skip next week. My goal for my vacation is not to lose weight, but not to gain weight. I want to go enjoy myself and come back just staying the same. That's my hope that I'm going to do. I've planned accordingly. I've portioned out my snacks. I've measured them out. I've got them in little snack containers. I'm freezing the meat that I want to use for my meals, so I'm just use that in my cooler while I'm using as ice packs once I get there, and just put it in the freezer up there, and then just take them out and cook. Like I said the other day, we just cook our own meals. We don't really cook a joint meal all together, and so I want to be prepared. I'm not going to be tempted, although I will be tempted because there's some really good. See, like Christy and Aaron, they go like on adventures and they bring back food. The IGA has the best like chicken and potatoes, roasted potatoes, but they're like smothered in butter, and they're really, really fattening. And so she'll bring them back, especially since we have a microwave. You can just zap them and heat them up a little bit. But I don't want to be tempted that way. I'm going to go out to eat one time, I know that, and I'm going to have ice cream one day. Other than that, I'm going to plan my meals accordingly. I get 42 weeklies, and I told you that the banana, like a Baskin-Robbins banana split, when that's kind of what banana split is equivalent to, is 46 points. I get 23 points in the day, and I get 42 weeklies. So my plan is to use my weeklies and then use some of my dailies for the day to enjoy the banana split, and then just have a really low point day for that day, because I'm going to eat out another day, which is going to be a little higher points, and so I want to do some rollovers. So that's why I'm going to be so busy doing things that I'm not going to be concentrating on eating like I am at home. But you know when you get bored, I'm not going to get bored. I know that. I'm just not going to get bored. And then I think I told you I cleaned my house today because I forgot to clean it yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. How did I forget to clean my house? It's not that it's dirty, but like you get into a routine, and I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't, whatever. And then lost our Google Nest home thing that sets everything, and like you can just say, hey Google, turn the light on, or hey Google, turn the light off, or hey Google, turn this, I lost that when I got my Wemo set up. So then I reset the Google, and now I've lost my Wemo. It's just like it's a never-ending battle with me. I can only handle one crisis in a day, so I tackled getting the Google back set up, so I got the Google Home all set up. My Alexis in here is all set up. I got that all fixed too. So tomorrow, tackling the Wemo again. Anyway, today we're going to talk about, is this a worthwhile accomplishment, this journey? We always have to remember that every journey that you have and you go on has a beginning. As far as weight loss, I should clear that up. As far as weight loss, every weight loss program that you go on always has a beginning. It always has a struggle. People will say that I didn't struggle. I went the whole time, and I have my doubts. I'll just say that. I have my doubts. And then you have your accomplishment, your victory at the end. I personally don't follow any channel that somebody went from A to Z without any little bit of struggles like at LM and N, O and P. It's just, I think most people, like they start off all gung-ho, and you're all gung-ho, I'm going to lose this weight, I'm really going to do well, and your body is so cooperative with you that first month because you're mostly losing water weight. And you've really cut your calorie intake down so far that your body has no choice but to start using some of the fat it has stored. So that first month, you can do great. You can just like lose 10 pounds maybe in that first month. And you think, boy, this is easy. Why didn't I do this sooner? And then that's just the beginning, because then you reach the struggle portion, which is now you got rid of all that excess fluids and things like that at the very beginning. You got rid of all the extra stuff that's kind of like helped you to get started, but now you're down to the nitty-gritty. Now you're down to losing the fat, and that comes off really, really slow. And then sometimes I think that's when people start to struggle, because they compare their journey to the beginning when they were doing so well, and then for some reason they think just because they're struggling right now, not losing as fast as they were that first month, that they think, I must be doing something wrong, or this is just not easy, and it's not fun anymore, and why am I doing this? You have to get past that little bit of a struggle, and then you'll have victory in the end. And sometimes once you get past that struggle, maybe it's not the complete victory that you've reached your goal completely, but you've mastered that struggle and you overcome it, and you're back on track again. So you just have to realize that you're going to hit a struggle somewhere along the line. I hit my struggle in January. I hit my struggle all along. Let's be clear. I had a struggle all along through my whole weight loss, but I really hit it in January because I did really well during the pandemic, and then January came, and I had hit my 4-year anniversary, and I was a little down on myself because I really thought after 4 years I should have hit my 100-pound goal. I should have hit Ben in Wonderland. I thought all of those things I should have done by then, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm just going to take a break and just reanalyze what I'm doing. And I stopped showing my food slowly but surely, not all abruptly, but if you notice that, I might just show you my breakfast, or I might show you my dinner, or one day I might have shown you all 3 meals, but then slowly I just completely stopped showing you my food. And once I stopped doing that, I stopped having accountability to not only to myself, but to other people. I don't know how other people do it, but for me, I need this channel. I need to be accountable. I need somebody to tell me, you need to be accountable to yourself. And I hear you about my fruit, but let's see my breakfast. Okay, brunch time. I know I have my fruit, but look I've cut way back on how much I usually had. I know I've got 4 things, but I measured that out. It's just about a little over a cup of berries, which I usually had more than that. But today is Tuesday, July 27th. My quote is, the most important investment in your life that you can make is in yourself. It's a 10-point breakfast, 0 for my egg, berries, banana, tea, 3 points for my bacon, 3 points for my toast with my Laughing Cow cheese, and 4 points for my ounce of cheese. 10 points. Okay, now you'll notice there was still fruit on my plate, but if you really took a really good notice of it, it was substantially, in my opinion, substantially less than I normally have, because I actually got a measuring cup out and measured it, and it was a cup of berries, of strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries. Now, mind you, it was a heaping cup. I'll admit that much. But in the past couple weeks, if I was actually measuring out my fruit, I would say it was like at least 2 cups. I had a banana, and I know bananas are very high in fat, very high in sugar. I know they're high in calories. I know all of that. I love my bananas. I am not going to not have a banana. If not having a banana means that I can lose an extra pound a week, I'm still going to have my banana. I would rather have my banana than lose an extra pound a week, because what good is it going to do me if I haven't incorporated it into my everyday eating? And when I lose all my weight, I want to go back eating bananas. And if my body's not used to eating the bananas, it's going to start growing bigger and bigger with the bananas. So I included the bananas. I love cheese. I wish it wasn't so high in points. I know I could eat a fat-free cheese. I don't like a fat-free cheese. I'm just going to figure out 4 points for an ounce, figure it into my tracking machine, my book, and just move on from there. I know I said I was going to cut back on the bread. All of these things I know, but like I said, sometimes you just got to take baby steps, and you can't tackle everything all at once. Sometimes you just got to like eliminate one little thing and then move on to the next and then on to the next and on to the next. And so that's my plan. But you always have to remember, you got to make sure you're going to do what you need to be doing to get it done. If I really want to lose weight, I really have to learn how to cut my portion sizes down. That is going to take me a while. I still eat a lot of times like a 300-pound woman. And I'm the first to admit it. I still do. I watch videos and I see their little tiny little portions and I'm thinking, they're having an appetizer for dinner, when really, that's really what I should be eating. So that's my new focus, is trying to get back with my portion sizes. Now, you're going to see my dinner, because I've already eaten dinner, because like I told you, when I went to edit this video, I figured out that I didn't turn my microphone on. It's kind of on the heavy side as far as portion sizes, but I measured out a cup of rice, and I measured out a half a cup of black beans. And when I mix it together, that looks like so much on the plate. And a tomato is nothing, and a cucumber, I wasn't even a half a cucumber, it was probably like a third of a cucumber. But even still, I look at other people's videos and I think, I couldn't get by in that little bit of food. But I really could if I really put my mind to it. So, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, and remember, you always have to start at the beginning. You can't start at the end. You have to start at the beginning. If you're going to climb a ladder, you don't start at the top rung. You got to work your way up to the top rung. If you're going to build a house, you got to build the structure of the house first before you start putting the drywall in and the flooring and the plumbing and all of that. So you always got to start at the beginning. If you run a race, you can't jump in at like a marathon. You can't jump in at the last mile of a marathon and say you ran the marathon. You have to start at the very beginning and run the whole 26.2 miles to say that you've completed that marathon. And that's the same with the weight loss. You can't skip to the end and think that it's going to be easy. You got to start at the beginning. And at the beginning, sometimes just the beginning is just saying, tomorrow I'm going to have a 0-point breakfast. And then the rest of the day, eat what I want to eat. Slowly, gradually get into it. But start at the beginning. That's what you need to do. And the greatest achievement is not in never failing, but in rising every time you fail. I've had many, 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 many failures in this race of this weight loss. But I pride myself in the fact that I keep on trying. I keep on trying and know that even once I cross that finish line, there's going to be another finish line for me to race to. And that's going to be the maintenance finish line. And that's a long race too. So that's a lifelong race. That's just a never-ending race. At least a weight loss, you can kind of see like a goal at the end and just say, well, I'm going to reach that goal. And then you really have accomplished that part of the race. But just know that once you get to that, that's just not the end. It's just not. And if you get tired, take a rest. But don't take too long of a rest. In January, thought, I'm going to just take a rest. I'm just going to take a rest. And I'm going to just try to do maintenance. And in 6 months, I gained 17 pounds. So realize what a rest is and what quitting is. The whole time I was gaining my weight, I had no doubt in my mind that I wasn't quitting. I was telling myself I was resting, and I really was kind of resting. I really needed that 6 months. Thankfully, I only gained 17 pounds. I could have gained way more. Definitely, I could have gained way more. But I needed that little rest period. I needed to take a step back after 4 years and just reanalyze, is this something I really want to do, or am I content where I'm at? I really thought in January that I was content where I was at, and kind of lost my focus, and that's why I gained my weight. But through the whole time, I never said I'm quitting. I never said that. And I won't say that, because I will reach my goal. If I need to take a rest along the way, I'm going to take a rest, but I'm not going to quit. And that's the only advice I can give you too. So, well, let me show you what I had for dinner. But like I said, right after I said I'm going to watch my portion sizes, you're going to look at my plate and go, Sandy, if that's watching your portion sizes, we need to have a talk. So, but I'm trying. Work in progress. So, okay, talk to you guys. No, you know what? I'm just going to end the video now, since I can't do an ending anyhow. My watch is even on low power. I got my low power on my watch. I'm going to tell you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Stay safe. And if you need to take a rest, take a rest. But remember, a rest is like a nap. Just like a couple hours is a nap. A rest is not a deep sleep. So if you need to take a rest, take a week off, take a week off. Don't take a month, because a month leads into 2, then 3, then 1 year, then 2 years, and then you just give up. Don't do that. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, but first I'm going to show you my dinner, and remember, be safe. Okay, for dinner we're going to have some rice and beans and some chicken and a cucumber and a tomato. And I'm going to have for dessert later on a sugar-free chocolate pudding. I might as well get it out now. Well, I'm thinking about it. Or else I'm going to have to go into the garage. Nope, I'm going to have to go in the garage. Anyway, going to have a sugar-free pudding. My chicken is 2 points because of the Italian dressing that I used to marinate it in. 0 for my black beans, my tea, tomato, and cucumber. 6 points for a cup of rice pilaf, and 2 points for my sugar-free pudding. 10 points. So I ended up with 20 points so far today. Okay, there's my pudding. Dinner was delicious. So now I'm going to watch some YouTube videos, try to catch up on my YouTube. I'm a little bit behind. And I thought we were going to get rain today, but we never did. We're supposed to get storms again tomorrow night, so we'll see. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe. If you need to take a rest, but don't quit.